Well, also, if you can't tell already, I'm feeling pretty emotional here. I hugged my kitty a lot. She didn't really care. She cares more now. She cares more about the camera. I should have gone on the camera and had. I need a hug. Yeah. I have Wilson's disease, which is a genetic disease of the liver that also my blood doesn't make a protein that transports copper around the body, and that throws everything off. I also have, as a complication of it, hemolytic anemia, which means my blood levels for pretty much everything are just like bouncing around right below or right above, bouncing around the low part of normal. And I'm fatigued, and all the time. I've never known what it's like not to be fatigued. There's gene therapy for this disease now. It's in phase 3 trials. One of the things, I can't eat shellfish because of it, because shellfish is super high in copper. I had somehow been thinking, okay, well, I'd be able to have oysters again, which would be great. I didn't put it together that it would fix the hemolytic anemia too, and I'd know what it's like to feel normal for the first time in my life. I shouldn't be eating these. No, I should be serious now. Nuts are something that are also high copper. My main doctor almost encourages you to experiment with your diet because you're supposed to, I don't keep up with it. You get your copper levels tested. So, my whole life since I knew that I had this, nuts have been a treat. Nuts and beans too. That's why I like beans so much, because I have a disease that makes them bad for me. No, but explaining. I'm a member of the Facebook support group for this disease, and there's a lot of people from South Asia who are vegetarians who have this disease. And they say, I eat nuts and beans every meal. There is there's the idea. My original doctor in the 90s was the one who did this research, that different kinds of meat, that copper that gets into your diet through meat is much more digestible than copper that you get from. That was funny. Than the copper you get through vegetable sources. So my rules for a long time had been no shellfish, no liver, limited beans, beans like once or twice a week, nuts once or twice a week, chocolate once or twice a week. No. Like of those three, I would have like 2. Those are my treats. But what I've been doing instead, I've been not worrying about the copper level of any vegetable source, and I've added other higher copper meats to it. All pork, and that's not why these other videos of mine are saying I'm trying to eat less pork. I'm trying to eat less pork because I want to be their friend. The pig friend. But also salmon, which I like a lot, but frankly, I would rather have nuts and beans and give up salmon. So salmon and dark poultry, and I think it's all pork, and then of course the liver and shellfish still. So, because that's the diet. Well, anyway, I'm trying it. I haven't had a copper test since I'm talking about something else. I don't even know what time it was when I had that realization. Oh, you wouldn't have this blood problem either, and you'd be able to keep up with the boys. Whatever, I actually, I'm going to be interviewing, before this realization that, oh my gosh, I could get gene therapy and I'd feel better. I was planning on telling them, I'm planning on telling them that I have Wilson's disease. And what that means for me is I work a little slower than I would if I didn't. And I typically work a longer day at a slower pace, taking breaks. So I might have to do something, and this is I might have to do something like, 2-hour break in the morning, 2-hour break in the afternoon, something like that. So, and I think that would be a reasonable accommodation. And I haven't asked for that stuff before. I've just toughed it out. And like the story I started telling before, in one job review, my supervisor said, Eric, you can't be staying until 7, 8, or 9. You got to work when everybody else is in the office. The right response to that was, well, Tim, my Wilson's disease, it makes me fatigued and I have to pace myself. But I just tried to suck it up and it didn't work. It took me half a lifetime. Well, no, I'm going to live forever, so just a very small amount. I'm realizing this. I'm going to live forever without Wilson's disease. I do think the rate at which medical technology is advancing is going to be faster than the rate at which a lot of people get unhealthy from aged disease. Aged disease, is that what we call it? And so I think there's immortal humans alive today. I don't know if I'm going to make the cut, but yeah, so, I haven't read much about this, but it's in stage 3 clinical trials, which means that if I were to sign up for it, I wouldn't know if I got the real thing or placebo, which wouldn't make a difference for me. But, and I just said, no, I'm not really interested. But if I would have put together, how could I not have put it together? That would make me feel better. I guess because, part of it is, I think the shakiness of the hands, that's from scarring in my brain and will never go away, and maybe some other symptoms, but most certainly my red blood cells are below normal. My white blood cells are below normal. My platelets are below normal. My hemoglobin's below normal. My blood just doesn't do a good job of getting stuff from A to B. Doesn't. And the rest of my body expects it to, so it just throws everything off. And I deal with it by I just trudge on, I guess. So we better have some tea at this point. I'll cut this one off here, but you should come back for other videos where I just make Chinese tea, drink it, and talk about whatever comes on my mind with my little kitty, who's usually right here. You want to come, little kitty, say goodbye? Kitty, kitty. Kitty. No, she's too smart for me. All right, so. Yeah, it's strange how the brain does that. It wouldn't let me make this emotional connection that, wow, I would feel better if I got gene therapy.